What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to The Secrets of a Silent Witch, this time with episode 11, I believe. Still a couple weeks left. I think we had a week break a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? So this is going to end a week later than most shows. Of course, we've got this this chess tournament going on right here, where we met that character from Monica's backstory last week. Just gonna pause instantly right here and see what position they're in. And yeah, he was I mean, you could understand him as a character, but he really didn't come off very likable last episode, did he? So we don't actually see the position. Okay, my bad. Yeah, he was alright. I think he was a character you maybe could come around to once he realises the error of his ways. He didn't seem to, judging by the interaction with Monica, although he didn't know that was her, just like purely judging based off how he interacts with a stranger he's about to go up against. It was pretty rude. Checkmate. Checkmate this. And there's almost no worse feeling than absolutely destroying someone in chess and then stalemating. Done that a few times. But once you do it, it's like you probably will do it again, but you'll try to never do that again. It's almost worse than losing. I also hate those people that fucking make it hard. Like, I say that, I mean, the whole job is to make it hard, but they like, when they're just down to their king and you've got like a knight, rooks or a queen or whatever, and they just start moving their king like really fast. It's like, give up. Just give up. But again, sometimes it pays off and sometimes you get stalemate, so it's almost disrespectful sometimes the way that people don't give up when they're lost. It's one of those things. If you're a good player, you know when you're gonna win, but you also know when you're gonna lose. You know when you're beat. Oh, look at that. I wonder what she played. I don't really know too many of the names of the openings, to be honest with you. But I usually play like the again, I don't really know the names, but I usually play like the standard. I think it's King's Pawn. I do like having a bit of a, I think it's called a fianchetto. I really like fianchettos where you put the bishop right on the corner, second rank, and it gets to see the whole across the board. I feel like that always really suits me. But I do like to be, from what I've learned, I like to be really aggressive in the what? Marry me under the conditions of chess, whatever that means. What does that mean? A game of chess to decide? But play this guy. He's got good taste. Yeah, I do. As I said, I do like to be quite aggressive in the center, try and take up as much space as possible. Sometimes I struggle with this. I think everyone does to a degree, but trying to see what your opponent's trying to do. Sometimes you'll be a bit overly aggressive and they want you to fall right into their trap. Well, her love interest is potential love interest is the prince. So your credentials don't really stack up. Speak of the devil. I mean, no, but I get you, bro. This shouldn't really be something you have to ask other people about, but Monica Jo. So is this the little geezer again? And he's figured out who it actually is. What if he didn't know? What if he was wrong? What if you were wrong? Flirtatious. Yeah, this guy really does not come off very nicely at all, does he? I just want to elbow him. Just kind of wish he just goes like this. Just fuck off, get off my hair. What about you guys? I've definitely felt like that in my life, though. I've definitely felt that power. I think when you rely on other people, it's easy to feel like that, isn't it? So maybe she doesn't take any of that to heart. Yeah, horrible fucking. I can't wait to destroy this guy in chess. Because I almost think it'll be even more, like I said a minute ago, about just like elbowing him ahead. It's almost more satisfactory having that intelligence kind of win over him. I think it'd mean more. Might be quite sadistic to say that, but yeah. Nice little soundtrack playing behind this scene, by the way. Really nice. Mister. You don't look like you've got many friends. You little loser. Yeah. I mean, you could have just said that terrible. You are terrible. You get onto him. You can understand that because plenty of people do that. I feel like I even do that to a certain extent. You kind of underestimate yourself. You kind of put yourself at the lowest expectation as possible, so you can't um kind of go under those expectations. I'm not wording that right. You put yourself at like, there's like an expectation of you to get a grade, for example, to get a B grade. you yourself put yourself down to like a C passing grade so that it's not a kind of, because you don't want to disappoint people. And I've definitely done that. I definitely do that. With like sports and anything, I kind of put yourself down a little bit so that you don't disappoint people. Because if you have the promise of something really good, then you can kind of betray that, whereas you can't if you're just aiming for like the bare minimum and such. So we know that's not the case of her, of course. It's just how she is. This guy just can't see that whatsoever. But I mean, you understand where it's coming from. Like I said, I'm even that way a little bit. So I get where it's coming from there, but that's just totally not the case. Absolutely. Let's go. Well said. Well spoken up. I think that's maybe a bit of him projecting as well. Perhaps that's because he didn't meet his own massive expectations. He's kind of put that onto her. Bernie, Mr. Bernie. Yeah, well done, Monica. Love that from you. Now, time to intellectually destroy that geezer. I mean, I think there is something to be said. Like, I think masters of chess, I think it is like an intellectual destruction, and it can be a huge. There's massive psychological barriers in any sport. If you, some people will laugh at calling chess a sport. I think it is to a certain degree because there is a lot of things in common. As I was just about to say, with the mentality aspect, if you can't see yourself beating an opponent, very unlikely you will. There's that psychological kind of edge you have, but I don't think it is all down. Like, if you do win a game of chess, sometimes it may be luck. Sometimes it is not just down to intelligence. But I think the majority of games at a high level, and this will be, if you know what I'm saying, like, not every game comes down to who's the smartest and who's the most talented, but almost all of them, and most of them do. Probably the correlation gets a lot less. There's probably less correlation the lower down in elo you get. So terrible people, it'll be a lot less about that, and it will be mostly luck. But yeah, either way, as I say, I hope he gets absolutely destroyed. Not even remembered as your own person, but her friend. That's kind of suck. Scary. This guy's glasses love lighting up like that, don't they? I'm surprised if he does a Hans Niemann, which is not allegedly. Who exactly are you? I mean, his voice actor certainly doesn't suit that role, does it? Like, could you stand out anymore? You're like a random ass background character, yeah, you've got Theo and fucking Theo's voice actor. Like, come on. Never just gonna be a normal dude. I forgot what I just said. I forgot what I was talking about there. Apologies. Everybody's got something they can learn off somebody out there. Never look down on anyone in terms of being taught and such, so. Moya equals master. Oh, fucking weird chant is that? I say this guy's got like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type deal here. Dragon shifting. Oh shit! Is he a dragon? Or is he a human transformed into a dragon? Hmm. Interesting. I've sure seen anything like this. Die, kid. No fucking. She is not. Yeah, she's not affected whatsoever. Can't chant underwater. Hey, why'd you say that? I mean, he probably figured that out, but. Oh, headshot. I suppose that didn't impale him. You see those incredibly powerful kind of jets of water, don't you, that can cut through things. Imboku no Majodono. Didn't have to do that. Why? Really? Well, I feel like we know he's gonna take over the. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, but even if he didn't take the kind of reins of this, I feel like there's ways to probably just explain this. No, I mean she would have had to explain how she got out of that water thing, but you can make up some things here, right? We don't need to say exactly what happened, but yeah, as assumed, he's gonna help her out. I think. But I'm not over this. Just because you helped out with this, just can't start talking like that, bro. Done one decent thing. Even then, I feel like you didn't even need to. Didn't think it was really necessary, but. That was a pretty quick incident, wasn't it? That is the big if it though, isn't it? Like not so much the Bernie thing, but surely it'd be quite easy just for the intruder just to say, "Oh, it wasn't him that took me down; it was her." Like, I feel like if I was that in that guy's position, I mean, he's knocked out during this, to be fair, but I would just to spite them, I'd be like, yeah, it was her. I know I was fucked anyway, and cause as much ruckus as possible. No, we didn't ever get to see that game of chess, which is unfortunate. I would have liked to seen her take him on. How was the game ended here, by the way? It's incredibly quick that this was her game with him. What happened here then? Again, it looks incredibly quickly finished. Like pretty sure the kings haven't even castled. Yeah, no, they haven't. So yeah, you guys, as I always say, I do want to look at this. So I even see it. How? What? Not even a check. So I'm guessing this is a resignation because one of them, presumably Bernie, knew he was defeated. But there's not even like a check or anything going on. They got. He's not even lost any pieces. What's going on here? No pieces have been taken at all. You're telling me he gave up? He didn't lose. You're telling me he gave up just purely based off of the opening? What a loser. I said earlier, yes, give up when you know you've lost, but you don't know for sure that you've lost this early on, like at all. There's I think I mentioned this last week. There's billions of variations that could happen from here. maybe not billions, millions, but a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of variations that could happen right here. It's probably the case that he knows that she probably, because her brain is so maths coded, she has probably calculated so many, maybe millions of outcomes. Who knows? Who knows how far her mind goes? And at that point, it wouldn't even be. What would even be the point of even starting the game with her? Why did it even go this far? So yeah, this seems a bit crazy to me. Honestly, it looks very standard. Very standard. This, I mean, I'm no absolute expert, but this horse here does look a bit funny. Feels like it just gets kicked out to a crappy square, so that's a bit dodgy. Other than that, though, things kind of just look fine. To be honest, let's not look at it too much. But yeah, that look crazy. Maybe I'm missing something. Can you say that really? After that, after what we just saw. Well, that is your wife to be. Like, what is up with this kid? He's literally like 5 years old. So was that her game? I'm assuming that's how they left it, and these guys have just taken over. But perhaps this is their game, which would explain more. But if that was the game, it's honestly a little bit disappointing though. But yeah, good episode. Again, a little bit of a lack of chess for my liking. Like I said, I did want to explore a bit further, see what kind of game they're getting to there. But yeah, pretty quickly dealt with the intruder. Pretty quickly, judging from what I've seen in the comment sections, they do seem to kind of cut down a little bit on that kind of side of things in this show. Again, I haven't read the source material myself, but again, from what I've read from the comments, they've told me there's usually more going on to a lot of the scenes with these intruders and these attempts at the kind of prince's life and such. Like, there wasn't really a whole lot going on surrounding that in this episode, but I imagine there was probably a bit more going on in the source material. It wasn't exactly the main focus of anything, so it's not like a bad decision per se, but it was dealt with and over pretty quickly, wasn't it? It did kind of feel like a tool to get him to do something slightly redeeming, and it didn't really work for me in that regard. It didn't feel redeemed. It didn't really feel to like, oh, what a lovely choice. Like, it was the easy thing to do, and was it even necessary is another question. I don't think so personally, but yeah, decent episode. I really like the stuff with her kind of sticking up for herself. I thought that was probably the biggest standout, to be honest with you, the scene here with the blonde friend, with her sticking up for Monica, but Monica as well sticking up for her friend here and herself, maybe more importantly. Thought was really good. Probably my standout of today's episode. Again, this dude, still don't really like him, to be honest with you. As much as he helped Monica at the end there, still doesn't actually kind of do him any favours for me. But yeah, no idea what this says here in the preview, but we'll move on. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought about this chess game as well. I would have liked to have seen a bit more in that regard. I didn't actually see too much chess being played, considering the whole kind of premise of things, and from where they left off, it was ultimately a little bit disappointing, to be honest with you, that this is where we left off. This is like 15 moves, 10 moves into a game of chess. You could barely even call this a game of chess at this point. So yeah, ultimately a little bit disappointed in that regard. But in terms of the actual contents, especially for the characters Monica specifically, I thought was really good. Again, do let me know, guys, thought in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. If I did miss anything here, please do let me know if you are an above average player. I would say my level is maybe slightly above average, and probably like exactly average rating wise. So yeah, if you guys know any better, please let me know. Again, thank you guys very much for watching, and have a good rest of your day.